Hello everyone, my name is Anita, the kitchen organizer, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how I made this amazing smoked chicken sauce. So come along, let's get cooking. Okay, so I'm going to be running you through the vegetables I used for this dish. I used a bulb of onion. I equally used some red bell peppers. You can use tatashe if that's what you find, but red bell peppers are sweeter and I love the infusion in this recipe. I also used some green bell peppers and some yellow bell peppers as well. To be honest, you can use whatever vegetable you like, vegetable of your choice, it really doesn't matter, but these ones were the perfect infusion for my dish and I loved it. So of course I chopped my vegetables into slices. So I loved like the stringy slices in this recipe, and that was what I had. You can chop it in whatever way you want, cubes, round, or however you feel, you enjoy it best. So I used just about half of each bell pepper because they were really large. You can use more if you want, but this was just perfect for my recipe. Now once I was done with chopping my veggies, I put my skillet on fire. I heat it up and then I put oil of my choice. You know the oil of my choice is canola. Use whatever you want. I believe coconut oil or any flavored oil will also work best in this recipe. When I heat up the oil, I put in my chicken and I just wanted it to brown a bit. If you're familiar with smoked chicken, you know that it's really tender and it pulls apart a lot. So browning it like this just gave it, a little bit of time to firm up. Once it was browned to my desire, I added in plum tomatoes. If you don't have plum tomatoes on hand, you can use regular tomatoes. Just peel the back, peel the skin of it and then just put it in there and let it dissolve. But I had plum tomatoes and it just melted right into my chicken and I loved, the texture in this recipe. Once I was done with my tomatoes, I put in my garlic paste. And then I went in with some rosemary, some dried rosemary. If you have fresh, perfect. I also added some salt for taste. I added some paprika and then I added some mixed herb seasoning. I didn't use any Nigerian seasoning for this dish. And when I mean Nigerian seasoning, I mean like our stock cubes, and that was intentional. I just didn't want that taste in this recipe. I also added some soy sauce as you saw, and then I added my onions. Once I added those, I stirred everything to make sure it was incorporated properly, and once it was incorporated properly, I added some water to cook down the tomatoes, to get rid of the sour taste and get it to my desired taste basically. Of course, I covered it to simmer and I cooked it on low heat just so I don't overcook my smoked chicken and so the sauce gets properly into the chicken as well. Now this is what my sauce looked like once it had cooked down. It tasted really sweet, I think because of the plum tomatoes and because plum tomatoes you don't have the skin, and also the kind of seasoning I used, the soy and whatnot. At this point I added my bell peppers as well. and just stirred everything in. And once I did that, my sauce was ready. It was simple and straightforward. I loved it, I enjoyed it, and everybody did as well. I served it with some pasta. You can serve it with rice or yams or whatever you really want to serve it with, and it was absolutely delicious. Enjoyed this recipe, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the bell button so you get notified whenever I release a new video. Thank you for sticking with me, thank you for coming around, and until next time, bye clan.